Hello everyone, welcome back to 366 Days of Hope. My name is Pearl and I'm here to share our next topic, which is chromium. But a quick disclaimer, I am a personal trainer, I am not a medical doctor, so if you have any concerns whatsoever regarding your health, please make sure you talk to your provider. I'm just here sharing things that I have learned as a trainer, so let's get started. Chromium is alleged to reduce body mass, develop muscle, improve insulin sensitivity, and affect lipid metabolism. The controversy is whether chromium should be considered an essential mineral. So let's talk about it. So chromium comes in two forms. The first is what's called trivalent chromium, which is the safe version, and it does come from food, but in such small traces. The second is hexavalent chromium, which is the toxic version, which is a byproduct of stainless steel and other manufacturing products. What we have on the market is basically what's called chromium picolinate, and that is basically extracted from the trivalent version of chromium. And it's been touted as being extremely beneficial, and when it did hit the market, it was as popular as calcium at one point. But when people were readdressing chromium and doing the research, there wasn't enough evidence to really convince the scientists and researchers that chromium was actually doing what they had been saying it was doing. So there have been multiple case studies readdressing the significance of chromium in the body, and they started to compare, type 2 diabetes management with the effects of chromium, weight loss and chromium, POCS and chromium, depression and chromium, and all of these studies were pretty small. There wasn't ones that were in the thousands, and so what they discovered is that there just wasn't a conclusive, clear identification that, said chromium reacted this way in these circumstances that was significant enough for them to conclude, hey, that chromium was an essential mineral. So one small case study that they did was giving, one group a placebo and giving another group chromium picolinate and seeing if there were any, insulin sensitivities and whether that helped boost their body. But what they discovered is that it was such a small percentage of benefit that it just wasn't a great range that they could say definitively, okay, for sure, chromium. Like the percentage between the improvement per se was just like 1.5, and then some people who were on the placebo also experienced some benefits, but that could have been probably to their diet. So in all respects, I honestly, based on my personal research, I can't even say that there was an agreement that chromium should be considered an essential mineral. Due to the failures of a lot of these case studies, according to the European Food Safety Authority panel on dietetic products and nutrition and allergies, they basically concluded that chromium didn't provide enough evidence to be considered an essential mineral in 2014. There's a lot of articles out there regarding it, but all of them pretty much said that there just hasn't been enough research and or conclusive evidence that just pinpointed chromium as doing what it's been alleged to do. Well, again, I'm stumped on this because, as you look into health and nutrition, I think it's important to kind of, really look at all of the journals, and I am posting them below, so you're welcome to do your own dive into this topic. But I would have to say that I'm probably going to stick with, what they have said. As long as you eat a well-rounded diet, I can't imagine that you're going to be deficient in anything. And that was one of the things that they were saying is that they couldn't really see an effect of even like a deficiency. So even if somebody, removed chromium out of their diet, even though that's kind of hard because it's in a lot of the foods, but like I said, such a small traces of it that it's almost near insignificant of what role it plays. I'm sure it does play a role in our bodies. I'm not saying, or else it wouldn't exist, right? But the point is, it's not up there in its level, like calcium, for example, or vitamin D, to even be put into the category of an essential mineral. So with that said, guys, I leave it with you to do your own research, but may you live, thrive, and be healthy. Take care. Bye.